What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Pokemon Inclement Emerald, Hardest Battles Challenger Mode, and today we're going to be taking on Glacia. She's the third member of the Elite Four, has Ice-type Pokemon, and remember this is Challenger Mode, which means perfect opponent, Eevee and Ivies, no items in battle, stuck on set mode, improved AI, and competitive movesets. This is a tough one, ladies and gentlemen, so without further ado, here we go. She's going to lead with a Bomb of Snow, and I'm going to start with Tyranitar. The reason for this is because she has a Snow Warning, which starts with the Hail right away. She's running a full Hail team, so we need to get rid of that immediately. Tyranitar is going to go ahead and whip up the Sandstorm and override the Hail. This is mainly what we need Tyranitar here for. She has a full Hail team, which means most of her Pokemon have either Slush Rush, which increases speed in Hail, or Snow Cloak, which increases evasion in Hail. So we're not going to Mega Evolve here. We're going to save that for later. We get outsped, and Obama Snow is going to go for Leaf Storm. Now, this is going to be super effective, but we have Tyranitar out here for a reason. Number one, the Sandstorm, and number two is we wanted to bait the Leaf Storm out of Obama Snow because he has some sort of choice item on, whether it be a choice Scarf, which I think it is, or choice Specs. But either way, he's going to be now locked into Leaf Storm. We get the Crunch off. It's going to do a good amount of damage. But more importantly, he is locked into the Leaf Storm, which harshly decreases his special attack every time he uses it. And the only way he can get out of that is to switch out. So here he's going to go for Leaf Storm again. And you'll see why this is the strategy here in just a minute. But unfortunately, even after the special attack decrease, that is going to be enough to take out Tyranitar. But that's perfectly fine. It's according to plan. And his special attack is going to get decreased harshly once again. So unfortunately, we weren't able to take out the Obama Snow, but we are in a good position here. He is locked into Leaf Storm, and we also got rid of the Hail with Tyranitar. So now we want to send out someone who's able to resist the Leaf Storm, and that's going to be Zapdos. Not only is he a flying type that resists the grass type moves, but Obama Snow is also -4 special attack at this point, and he is locked into that. So this is the perfect opportunity for us to set up. We've got all of our setup moves here. The Tailwind, Light Screen, Reflect. We're going to set all these up. First, we're going to take a Leaf Storm. This should do not very much damage at all, and it doesn't because Zapdos is a champ. He's going to get another reduced special attack. He's down to -6 special attack at this point, and we're going to get the Tailwind up. That's going to increase the speed of our entire team for the next 5 turns. Sandstorm's going to go by another turn. Just a reminder, weather is permanent in this game. That's why it was so crucial that we got anything other than Hail onto the field because she is running a full Hail team. So now we're going to go ahead and start setting up our screens. We are holding the item Light Clay, which increases the duration of both Light Screen and Reflect up to 7 turns. And now that we have the Light Screen up, this Leaf Storm is going to do even less damage to us. Also, if you guys are enjoying this video so far, be sure to like the video, click that subscribe button for more videos like this. And also leave a comment. I love talking to you guys in the comments. Anyways, we're going to continue with the strategy here. We're going to set up the Reflect now, so we have both Light Screen and Reflect up. And if you've watched my videos before, you know this is a common strategy that I use all the time. Just setting up those screens with the Light Clay for the increased duration. This is an insanely good strategy, especially for Challenger Mode, because the opponent's Pokemon just hit so hard in this game. And it's so important that you're able to take a couple hits. That's why I always set those screens up. So now we've put ourselves in a great position here. It's time to go on the attack. We hit the Thunderbolt, and this is going to be enough to take out the Obama Snow. Let's go. And we get the unnecessary crit. Of course, when I need the crit, it never happens. But when I don't need the crit, I get the RNG luck when I don't need it. So the Tailwind runs out. I kind of misplayed this a little bit. I should have set up the screens first and then the Tailwind last because the screens last longer. But unfortunately, the Tailwind runs out. But it's okay. At least we got the screens up and we got rid of the Hail, which means most of our Pokemon are no longer able to utilize the Slush Rush ability, which would increase their speed. So anyways, we should be able to outspeed them now, even without the Tailwind. So Mega Glalie is next. She wasted no time bringing out her ace. She's going to go for the Stone Edge. This is going to hit us hard, being super effective. And even with the Reflect up, that is not enough to save us. And Zapdos is going to go down to the Stone Edge. But no worries. We're still in a decent position here. We've got the Sandstorm going. And Zapdos put us in a great position with the 2 screens up that still have a whole bunch of turns left that's going to protect us from this Glalie. So I hesitate here for a second. And the reason is because I was having a hard time figuring out what is super effective against this Mega Glalie. And it's weird because I Googled it just to confirm that he was still a pure Ice type, which he is. He's a pure Ice type, and he doesn't have any odd abilities that would negate a super effective attack. He doesn't get hit for super effective versus fire moves. So at first I thought he was like part rock or something, or I don't know. But anyways, I'm going to send out Hydreigon here. And instead of going for Fire Blast, because for God knows why, We're going to go for Draco Meteor here. We're going to go straight for it. Unfortunately, he's going to move first with the priority move Ice Shard. This was not in the plan because we are Choice Scarf-type Dragon, I definitely planned to move first. I did not know that he had the priority move Ice Shard. So here we get the Draco Meteor off. This should do some huge damage, and unfortunately not quite enough to take him out. Now we are very fortunate that we have screens up here because that is what saved us from the Ice Shard, and we are also very fortunate that we have the Sandstorm up because normally Glalie would be going for Blizzard here, and it would hit 100% of the time in the hail. So that is another reason why we needed to get rid of that hail. So now predicting another Ice Shard, we're going to use this to our advantage and go ahead and bait that into Metagross, who will resist it. Here it comes, the other Ice Shard, and Metagross's Steel typing is going to resist that. Now that we have Metagross in, we will be able to hit him for super effective damage with the Steel type, which is the only type that I know for sure hits him for super effective damage. I know it's not displayed in this video, but I promise Fire was not hitting him for super effective damage. Being a pure Ice type, I have no idea why. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and Mega Evolve here since Tyranitar was not able to utilize the Mega Stone. But now we've got our MVP, Mega Metagross, on the field. Let's go! Glalie's going to hit us with a super effective Earthquake. Fortunately, we do have the Reflect up. That's why I can't stress enough how important those screens are. We take the Earthquake like a champ, we get the Meteor Mash off, and this for sure is going to be enough to take him out. Let's go! And that's Mega Glalie down. That's her ace down. Let's go, baby. But yeah, if any of you guys happen to know what in the world is going on with that Glalie and not taking super effective damage against fire, drop it in the comments because I would love to know if any of you guys haven't figured it out. But anyways, she's going to send out Glaceon next. We actually move first. Mega Metagross actually gets a huge speed boost for Mega Evolving. So we move first and hit the Meteor Mash, and that's going to be enough to one-shot the Glaceon. Let's go! And that's actually super important that we move first because that thing knows Fire Blast. For whatever reason, Glaceon can learn Fire Blast, so Mega Metagross would not have taken too kindly to that super effective fire, and yes, we do actually take super effective damage against fire attacks, so it is crucial that we outsped there. Anyway, she's going to send out Frostlass next. We're going to go straight for the Meteor Mash, but we're going to get outsped this time. We get hit with a super effective Shadow Ball. Metagross has not have the best special defense, so we're going to get hit hard, and we just barely hang on with 5 HP. We're able to get the Meteor Mash off, and hopefully this is enough to one-shot. Mega Metagross has the ability Tough Claws, which boosts the Meteor Mash and any fist or punching type moves, and that's going to be enough to one-shot, and let's go, Mega Metagross going for the sweep. Mega Metagross just has such an insane attack stat. It makes up for his lack of speed. You know, it's really hit or miss. Sometimes we outspeed, sometimes we don't, but his attack is just ridiculous. Anyways, next is going to be Mamoswine. So here I'm going to contemplate my options for a minute. I know Mamoswine does not look fast, but he actually is. And as I said before, it's really hit or miss if Mega Metagross will outspeed or not. And I just looked to compare my Pokemon speed stats here, but I'm actually not sure if I'll outspeed this Mamoswine or not. I don't know if I should go for the one-shot in Meteor Mash, which is super effective and has a good chance to one-shot. But if we get outsped, then we won't get any damage off at all. So my other option here is to go for the safest move, which is Bullet Punch. It may not one-hit KO him, but we'll get off some damage for sure at least, and that's going to do a huge amount of damage for being a base 40 power priority move. Anyways, after getting some good damage off, we're going to get hit with the Icicle Crash, and it's going to take us out our remaining 5 HP. Mega Metagross did a great job and put us in a great position for the rest of my Pokemon to come in and finish the job. So as I said before, Hydreigon here has a Choice Scarf, which locks him into one move, but boosts his speed by 1.5. So most likely we will outspeed the rest of his team. This is a good sweep strategy, but it is risky being that Glacia has an Ice-type team. However, we do outspeed thanks to the Choice Scarf. We get the Dragon Pulse off, and that's going to be enough to take out the Mamoswine. So if you watched my last video, you remember that I had a Assault Vest on Hydreigon. This entire Elite Four, I've kind of been switching back and forth between Choice Scarf and Assault Vest, depending on the battle, and Choice Scarf is just a better option for this one here. So down to her last Pokemon, she's going to send out the Walrein. Now they call this thing Walrein for a reason, because this thing is a crazy bulky wall. He's basically a toxic stall set with Toxic, Protect, Substitute, and he's insanely tanky. I believe he has leftovers. And so the strategy here is what it really comes down to is you have to out damage it enough that your attacks are doing more than at least a quarter of his health. because he's going to go for, well, he goes for Protect first. But when he goes for Substitute, in order to one-shot the Substitute, you have to do equal or greater than the amount of HP that it requires to make the Substitute. So the Sandstorm is going to come in a little bit handy here. As you'll see in a minute, he has Leftovers, which restores the amount of HP equal to the Sandstorm. So basically the Sandstorm is going to negate the Leftovers. So now's our chance to attack. We are locked into Dragon Pulse since we're Choice Scarfed. And let's hope that it does more than a quarter, which it barely does. Perfect. This is absolutely perfect. So he goes for the Substitute. This is going to take away another quarter of his health. And there's not really much he can do to us. He has not gotten Toxic off. And his only damaging move other than Toxic is Super Fang. Now this can actually cause you a lot of problems. Here I actually figured out the strategy to beat him is that I just send out the Choice Scarf Hydreigon and he does enough damage to one-shot the Substitute, as you guys can see. But other than that, man, this Walrein is a problem. Like I said, Walrein. He's a giant wall and he's bulky as hell. And if he gets that Toxic off on you and stalls you out with Protect and Substitute and you're not able to out-damage the Substitute, you're in a lot of trouble. I just had to find a Pokemon that was able to do at least a quarter of his health to out-damage the Substitute, which is really hard because Walrein is crazy, specially defensive and defensive as well, and a crazy HP stat. But fortunately for us, Hydreigon is an absolute monster and his special attack is off the chart. But Hydreigon's not our only threat. He did his job well, so now we're going to send out Garchomp to get some action. I'm very confident that Garchomp can one-shot the Substitute and out-damage him enough to finish the job here. We just have to play the stall game out for a couple more turns, and victory is ours. It's more of a nuisance, really, than anything at this point. And like I said, his only damaging moves are Toxic and Super Fang, so he's not really going to be able to do anything with Garchomp. So we go straight for the Outrage. This should be enough to take him out, at least out-damage the Substitute, and unfortunately, he hangs on by just a bit. He goes for the Super Fang. This is going to do exactly half our health. But like I said, this is his only damaging move. He has not got the Toxic off on us. So one more turn, unless he stalls us with another Protect. But victory is inevitable for us here. It's just a matter of how long we'll play this stupid little game for. Walrein the Wall just absolutely dragging out this battle for as long as possible, trying to annoy me as much as possible, knowing that he has no chance to win. Goes for the Protect on another turn. The Sandstorm's going to go by. We'll see if it's enough to take him out. But unfortunately, it's not. He's just hanging on with a sliver of health. So I need to get one more attack in before I can end this battle, and he's not making it easy, to be honest. One thing to note here, however, is that if you're locked into Outrage and the opponent uses Protect, it cancels out the Outrage and you're no longer locked into it. So you can kind of use this to your advantage if you plan it out right. But anyways, we're going to switch it up and go for the Earthquake, and that is going to be enough to take him out once and for all. Let's go! That's it for Elite Four Glacia, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. I know it was a long and grueling one. Shout out to you if you made it to the end. I appreciate all you guys. And leave a comment on the video. I'd love to hear from you guys. Any type of feedback is appreciated. If you love the video, if you hate the video, let me know in the comments. It's great to hear from you. So we've got one more Elite Four member to go after this. Also, on the side, I have started an Unbound 2.0 run. So that is going to be coming up soon. I'm looking forward to sharing that with all you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. See you next time.